Hello, welcome to my channel, Brighter Days. My name's Alison. It's my very first vlog on this channel. Some of you may have seen that I've put shorts up before in the past, but I've never quite been brave enough to actually do a vlog. But now I want to launch a new collection. It kind of seemed like the right time, so here I am. I've been running my business for a few years now. I make cosy bookish accessories for bookworms like myself. I'm a bit of an avid reader, so it kind of seemed the natural thing to do to make things that I would love to receive as a book lover. So that's what I started to do. I called it Brighter Days because hopefully all my products will, make your days seem a little bit brighter. I also make accessories for audio book lovers, like AirPod cases and Kindle cases and stuff like that. But my main love is to make book sleeves. I'll show you the fabrics that this collection will be using. I'm really pleased with them. They're ever so pretty, spring and summery. And no matter what sort of colour you like, I think there's probably one for everybody. So I'll just show you what they look like. They're all polka dot colours, and the first one is this lovely purple, and then we've got really pretty light blue. Some of the colours don't look quite the same in real life as they do on the screen, especially this green one does look a little bit brighter to you. And a lovely pastel pink. And finally, a nice cheery pastel-y yellow colour. All of them will be lined in a lovely plain crisp white lining. I do actually like the white. I think it looks clean and it stands out. So yeah, so they're my new colours that I'm going to be working on. I'm actually going to add a small tab on the side of the book sleeve, on the outer layer. And then I was thinking about doing some little bookmarks along the lines of, something like this. And I've also made one in pink. They'll all be bespoke to the book sleeves, but that just gives you a rough idea. And then they will actually hook on the little tab, so it's almost like a charm. And I also am going to make some actual charms like you would have on your bag, but they're going to be able to be clipped into that little tab as well. It just all helps to personalise it as yours, and just gives it that little extra something, makes it a little bit special. Yeah, so as I say, come along on the journey with me. I'll pop in and out in between the stages just to give you an update. But thanks for being here. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and yeah, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so I thought I'd show you the ironing, interface, wadding process. I'd normally do them straight away, one after the other in sets, but I'll just show you one so you know what's involved with the process. Put some stabilizer on. Just gives it a little structure. Let me turn the steam off from that. And I don't drag it, or I find it tends to want to stretch. flip it over, just go across the whole thing. And then if you compare them, you can see the one without is a lot more floppy, and the one with, it just gives it that extra strength and stabilizes it. And then the next phase is to actually put the wadding on. Again, glue side down. I cut it a little bit smaller all the way around to allow for my seam allowance. And then that just needs a good steam. Lovely, that's all stuck down. And then just repeat it on the other outer fabric. This wadding seems to like plenty of steam to get it to adhere. I've now got interfacing and wadding on the two outer pieces. The lining pieces are pressed and the little tab is ready to go. So now it just remains for me to do all the other ones. And there we go, they're all done. So we have the blue, the pink, the yellow, purple and green, all of the lining fabrics, all done. And then all of the book sleeves, all the outer covers, all done. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've actually clipped all the outside pieces of the book sleeves together, and I've also clipped in the tags for each one. So now basically we're ready to sew all 5 of them together. Normally I would do them all in bulk, like one after the other, but just for the purposes of this, I normally would just clip off the threads, clip the corners, taking care not to clip my stitches. And the same on the other side. Double check, and then also the excess tab, just cut the excess of that off, otherwise it will be far too bulky. There we go. And then it would be just a matter of turning it in the right way, just to make sure that it's looking okay. So if I pull you out a little bit, and then I would put my hand in, gather it from the bottom, literally turn it through. It's a little bit fiddly because there are a few layers obviously now. And then just take a little time with a point turner just to properly push out the corners. Which I'll do roughly just to show you. Like that. side. And just give it a bit of a finger press down. Now you see we've got the tab nicely in place, ready for the bookmark, and the first part is completed. So I'll probably put you on time lapse and just whiz through the other ones. There, they're all done. So we've got the purple, the minty green, the blue, the yellow and the pink. What I'll do now is go and give them a press and then basically repeat the steps but sewing up the linings, and I'll get back to you after that. So once you've got them all how you like them, it's just a matter of threading them on in the right order. So they just all pop onto the beading wire. This one's got a heart charm on the end, the pink one. The little holes are so small and super fiddly. So I'm having a little trouble with that one. There we go. It's looking really sweet so far. Little cube, little tiny silver filigree spacer beads. They always go quite nicely for with the bows, so that the bows will sit a little nicer. And then 3 of those on the top. And then lastly I'll top it off with what I call a little crown. Oops. And there you go. That's what one of them will look like. Now I just need to go ahead and do all the others. And there we go, super pretty pink one, lovely little blue one, a yellow one, purple, and finally green. Don't they look lovely? All ready to match up with the book sleeves. Right, so I'm going to bring this vlog to a close. You probably saw the footage I inserted just before this, just to show what they actually look like with the bookmarks on. But I'm really, really pleased with them. Look how lovely they look. They all came out super nice. I don't know which one's your favourite. Please let me know in the comments. We've got the pink, the blue, the yellow, minty green, and the purple. They all look so pretty together, really sort of spring and summery and picnics. I've got, well, the latest book that I'm reading, The Lost Bookshop, just so you can see how nicely it just pops in. Lovely and protected inside. I will leave a link below to my Etsy shop, because by the time I post this video they'll already be available to purchase. So if you're interested and you want to have a look at the bookmarks that I made to go with them, then if you just click on the link it will take you over to the listings. If these do sell quite well, I have enough fabric to make some more, so I will just replenish to the stock as I go. But as I say, by the time you watch this, everything, if you want to check them out, go and have a look at Etsy. All I can say is thanks for joining me. It's been a journey. I've overcome my nerves, which is a really good thing, and I'd love you to join me for the next vlog. And if you'd like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. So thank you very much. See you soon.